Whoa, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you so.
Hey everyone, it's Sherelle from Crafty Girl Down South. And today, I'm going to be bringing you guys my long anticipated Christmas home tour. Now this home tour was requested by a subscriber. This subscriber contacted Lynette, and she requested that everyone that's involved in this collab do a home tour. Now you're also probably wondering who I have sitting here with me. For those of you that have followed me for a while, you know that my husband does a lot of my DIY projects and signs and anything else that I normally want done around the house. It's also hard to get him to come in front of the camera, so he actually decided to join me today. So to those that have not been following me for very long, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. I do lots of home decor inspiration. I do home tours. I do the occasional DIY. I also do quite a few shopping hauls, both vintage and seasonal. So if you think you would be interested in any of those things, please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my other content. I planned on doing a full home tour, and you guys will get that with the exception of 2 rooms. My room won't be included in the home tour, nor Aiden's room. When I was asked to do this home tour, I didn't plan on doing it until the next week, so this kind of threw me off guard, but I decided to go ahead on and do it, but I did not have enough time to finish preparing those last 2 rooms. Well, it's really not my room. My room is ready. It's Aiden's room because we're creating some new wood signs for his room, and we're just not finished yet, and I didn't want to film until I had everything like I wanted it. So I decided to just hold off and then do a tour with those 2 rooms in it. Now, as far as the channels that are participating in this collab, Lynette, Felicia Loves, Daniel from Second Chance Love, and most of you guys know him because he and I have been pretty close here on YouTube, and we just did a huge giveaway collaboration together a couple of weeks ago. Jaime from Loving All Seasons, Lynn and Things, and Mell Just Simple. So once you finish watching my video, all of the other channels will be linked in the description box below, so please head on over and check their channels out. They are all talented decorators. They all bring something different to the table, and everybody's decor style is different, so you'll get plenty of ideas. So without further ado, let's get into this Christmas tour of 2021. So, okay guys, this is what you see when you first come in my living room. So I'm going to start over at the back wall where the TV is, and then I'm going to work my way around. And so of course I have my Christmas screensaver on. When you're doing a tour, it's nothing better than to have a cozy screensaver that goes with the holiday. And then up above, I have my shelf that I decorate as a mantle. I'm going more so for the rustic farmhouse style in this room. I'm not going to give a lot of details in this video. If you would like to see or know where I got anything from, you can go back and look at my Decorate With Me video for this mantle shelf. I'll link it in the description box below. So I just have my Santa over here in the corner. Now, I will tell you that he came from Walmart this year. And then I have some cozy Christmas pillows on either side. And they're pillow covers. Then I have my Christmas sled. And then I have a Joy to the World sign. There on the little fence that my husband made me. And then as I go around, I have my tree. I was more so going for the buffalo plaid as well as a mixture of farmhouse with the rustic farmhouse. I have my little train there. It never stays on track because of Alden. And then right here I have my Santa. And my mama gave me this a couple of years ago, but she had it for a while, and he sings. And I'll let you guys listen to that now.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Okay, guys, this is my little elf corner, and it's mainly for Alden. And I have a Letters to Santa mailbox from Target this year. I've had this little elf for several years. I think I got it from Limited Commodities, also known as LTD Commodities. And then we have this little projector that we got from Walmart this year. To the side. I think I got that at one of my antique stores that I frequently visit. And then down here, I got this Believe in the Season sign from Kirkland's several years ago, but I don't have any batteries in it right now. Then I have this little day-by-day calendar to kind of count down the days of Christmas. And I haven't been keeping up with it on here, but you pretty much use this gnome to help count down the days. And you just kind of stick it in the groove. Here I have this Santa's Workshop Elves Only door, and it can open and close. I have some more elves down here on the bottom that I found at Family Dollar this year. Over here I have my little reindeer. I think I got it at Stage several years back. And inside my lantern, I have this little candle holder, as well as this 'Twas the Night Before Christmas book from Dollar Tree this year. And then I just throwed in those books. I think that I got at a thrift store. So there's pretty much a view of that entire area over there. So let's move on to the next area. All right, and here's my couch. And I just have some pillow covers from Amazon. This one says Rudolph & Co. Fine Reindeer Treats, guaranteed to make your nose glow. I also have a red throw, and it has little tassels on it. I think that came from TJ Maxx this year. And then this Ho 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 pillow cover from Amazon. Jolly St. Nick's Laundry Co. 25 cents, wash, dry, and fold. And I think I had a set of 4 of those. I have 2 in here, and then I have 2 more that you will see in my dining room area. Now this is my little rustic corner. So everything here is rustic farmhouse. I have a flocked wreath from Walmart that I just stuck some berries in. My husband made me that farmhouse window. We got our inspiration on Kirkland's for one, but it was just the one that we used for inspiration was a lot smaller than the one that my husband actually made. Down here, I have my Santa, and I felt like the gold went very well with the natural wood colors. And I got him several years, well, it's been more than several years ago. I say about 12 or 13 years ago. One Saturday when my mama and my grandma, we were out looking at Christmas decor in the stores. Here I have a rustic red truck from Hobby Lobby, and I just have some bottle brush trees in the back of that truck. And then I have a Merry Christmas house that one of my friends, she's more like a mother to me, she purchased that for me several years ago. And I just placed some little rustic ornaments on this tree. And then I use this little green door. I feel like the green really popped in this area with the little touches of red from Family Dollar this year. And this phone is one of my prized possessions this year. It came from Walmart and it plays quite a few songs. And then there you can see Santa's elves in there wrapping gifts. Santa has his little list by the fireplace. And let's listen to that now. And guys, that tree is just shedding everywhere. And there it is. And guys, I'm going to be playing everything after dark tonight. So there's that. Guys, this is this corner, and I'm going to be filling in those holes. We had another larger bookcase there, and then now it's so obvious, so I'm going to have to fill those in and touch that up because it's driving me crazy. But anyway, I just have a Wish You a Merry Christmas sign there on some shutters that my husband made and I distressed. And then on this bench that my husband also made, I have a sled, one of those sled shells from Target Dollar Spot this year. And I just have a skate ornament from Walmart. I think I had this little tree last year, the year before from Dollar Tree. Some little gift tags that I had in previous years. And then, of course, here is the little bottles that everyone was hauling from Target. The pint-sized presents, the coal, and the Christmas cheer. Here I have the little skis from Target Dollar Spot last year. And then I got this Joy to the World little tabletop sign from Family Dollar this year. And these are all like the vintage Reader's Digest books that is stacked up on. And then I have my lantern. And inside of it, I have a white truck ornament, and then one of the trees from Dollar Tree, and that also lights up, but I'll show you guys that tonight as well. Guys, in this other part of the area, I just have a basket with some throws. I also threw in some Christmas colored throws, and then down here on the bottom, I have my white truck that I got at Kirkland several years ago, with some with a little ornament that I got at Dollar General, and it just says Holly Market Evergreens 50-cent fresh cut. And I just added in these little cotton balls to kind of look like snowballs that fell in the back of the truck. On the other side of that truck, I just have a lantern with one of those LED candles. And that's pretty much that entire area there. Now, as I turn around, this is what we see. I have some more shutters. I picked up those wreaths from Dollar General this year on either side of those shutters. My husband also made those shutters for me because I know I'll get questions about those. Pretty much most of my rustic pieces in here, he pretty much made them and I just distressed them. On down further, I just have a thrown on this couch along with some ticking stripe pillow covers. I didn't do a lot as far as like with my pillows and stuff down here, because like I said, I pretty much ran out of time, so this was just going to have to do. And then as we turn around here, this is another one of my little elf areas. So the rocking chair came from a vintage store that my little elf is sitting in there. All of the elves came from Limited Commodities or LTD Commodities. This little elf over here is also sitting on a handmade stool that came from a thrift store, vintage store. And then up here, this house is under elf surveillance. I got it several years ago at Kirkland's after season, as well as that large elf. He came from Kirkland several years ago. And then this little old-fashioned radio or TV, it came from Walmart this year. And that's it, and it's actually playing a song. So that's one of Alden's favorite little things in here. Okay, on over into this corner. This is another one of my little rustic areas that I just love how it turned out this year. On the bottom, I have a coal bucket. Now, normally I add wood in there. This year, I meant to add in some birch wood, and I did not get around to it. So normally, that's what I have there in that coal bucket. Over here, I have just a special delivery to Santa letter. And it's just draped across a handmade ladder that I made from rolling pins and broomsticks from Dollar Tree several years ago. And I just wrapped it with jute twine. And so I feel like this area really speaks of winter vibes. I have my ice skates, which was another vintage find. And I just stuck my enamelware. It's not a vintage enamelware picture. It's inspired. And my mama picked that up for me. And then I have a Island Margarita white born candle that my dad and my stepmom picked up for me. I thought that was so sweet. And it smells really, really good. And then up here, I have an owl that was thrifted this year. Along with this, my son painted this Christmas tree scene when he was in 6th grade, my oldest son. And I just Mod Podged it to some foam board. And then I used the Dollar Tree wooden block game. And I glued them together with wood glue. And then I glued them around the foam board. And I decorate with that every year. And then here, I just have this sign from Target that says cozy fires, cold nights, sweater weather, twinkling lights, and so on. Perfect for this time of year. And I just have it propped up on my vintage typewriter on top of another tray that we made together. And then I have just a little small Christmas tree there. Amazon this year, and I picked it up because it kind of looked like candy cane stripes, which kind of goes along with my theme this year. This little gingerbread girl, she came from Hobby Lobby this year. And then in this tray, I just have some little sugar jars and some more mules, and I just placed some peppermint there. And I've had that tray several years. I think I got it at Tuesday morning several years back. And here is a tier tray that I've had for several years as well. And then I decorated this primarily with one of the Walmart tier tray starter kits. And it just had the Happy Ola Days, the Old Snap, and the Slay All Day sign. Now everything else came from Walmart as well, like the beaded chain, but it didn't come in that set. And then the cake ornament came from Walmart. And then as I go around here, all of these little pretzel ornaments came from Walmart as well. Now the 2 wooden ornaments on top actually came in a set from Amazon, and I just tucked them in that tray. I'm going to go ahead on and turn around toward this way, then I'll come back around. Over here, this is the shelf that we made a couple of months ago, and it pretty much just gave me more of an area to decorate. Let me turn my tree on for just a second. Okay, so I turned on my little vintage inspired tree that I picked up at Family Dollar this year. So the vintage looking Merry Christmas sign, I got it several years ago at Kirkland's. I think that little galvanized picture came from Walmart. I meant to stick some pics in it, but I forgot. So it is what it is, and I think it looks fine without it. Down here, I have a gingerbread girl that I got at Hobby Lobby this year. She's a shelf sitter, along with this Baking Spirits Bright little pan. It's Ray Dunn inspired. It came from Dollar General this year. These are vintage rolling pins, and I just tucked in a little small tree there. And then these are vintage, like a vintage beaters, and they're actually stainless steel. They came from one of my favorite antique stores, and so I felt it would really be cute sitting out at like Christmas and Valentine's. And then I have this little vintage inspired tin gingerbread container that came from Dollar General this year. And I'm also going to be adding some hooks down here because I love finding like vintage rolling pins and things like that. And then that'll be a good area for me to display there. So on up here, on top of my china cabinet, I have a Christmas sign that I got at Kirkland several years back. I also got that snowman hat from Kirkland several years ago. Now that is actually an actual enamel pie. I meant to cut out some felt for eyes and nose and mouth, because to me it actually would be really cute as a snowman. But again, it's one of the things that I ran out of time with, and I didn't get a chance to make the snowman's face. And there I just have a lantern that I have an LED candle in that I will light tonight. We'll click my remote control so that you can see it after dark. Over here, I have a ladder that my husband made me. It's just like the one in the living room. And I just draped a throw on it. I have this little wreath from Dollar General. And then this little sign came from Target Dollar Spot. Last year or the year before, good tidings of comfort and joy. That's that area. And then underneath it, I just have a vintage stool that I got at an auction, along with a basket from Hobby Lobby. And I just tucked in some little candy ornaments in it. Just something that I throwed in there with a little fur throw. So I thought that area looks good. And then that other little pillow over there is just a pillow cover from Amazon that I picked up several years back. And it just has like a little vintage wagon with Christmas trees. These are also more pillow covers that came in that same set that you guys saw in the living room. Okay, guys, this is another area that you have not seen yet. I have a lot of like candy, cocoa areas in the house this year in my kitchen and dining room. This is my Baker Santa. I got him a couple of years ago at JCPenney. And he is really detailed. He has some little gingerbread in his bucket. He has a little whisk, a little spoon, and some peppermint in his apron. And then he has a candy house with some little trees and his little shelf hat. So he is one of my little prized possessions. And then I also have some of the gumball machines and the snow globes from Target. And I have candy in them. I've actually had to fill this candy up about 3 times since I set it out here, because Aiden and Alden keep eating everything up. Over here I have a little gingerbread towel. I think that came from TJ Maxx. Some little milk. I made these. I wanted them to kind of look like milk. I meant to put some milk labels, but another thing, I just ran out of time, and I just stuck the straws in it. I have some candy canes, some larger ones and some smaller ones. And then I have some gumdrops that I placed on this little tiered tray This little tier tray came from Target Dollar Spot, and it's sitting on a riser from Target Dollar Spot. And then around it, I just have some other little jars with marshmallows. And then I have some sprinkles back there as well. Over here, this is one of those kits from Walmart, the tier tray kits. So it came with the candy cane lane, the peppermint mocha. And then I think this is actually 2 sets. And then the candy cane, Kringle candy, and the ho ho ho. And I just stuck some stir spoons from Hobby Lobby. And this little mini mason jar came from Dollar General. I picked up a lot of those this year. I've been had these little stirring spoons. I think I got them at Pure One some years ago. These little candy canes came from the little tier tray starter kit, along with these little mini wooden rolling pins. And then this is actually a placeholder, this little gingerbread man, and it came from Hobby Lobby. And then back at the back, I have one of those little glass Christmas tree bottles from Dollar Tree this year. So this pretty much is this little area. This is my bar cart. I did a video the other day if you want to kind of see how I styled this and where I got everything from. So I will tell you that this is vintage. It's a vintage cookie jar that I got it I won at an online auction several years ago. A gingerbread cookie towel that I've had for a while. And then all of these jars either came from Dollar General or Hobby Lobby, as well as these risers. It's my little gingerbread boy. And then down here, that's one of my DIY toppers that I made this year, along with some faux dessert pie slices. I think that cookie tester sign came from Hobby Lobby, along with all of Alden's cookies. And all of those jars came from Dollar General. And then that's how the bottom looks with my little Ray Dunn mug. These right here, this is my whole little Christmas little area. The lanterns are a DIY that my husband did, and I just painted them. You can watch my the video that I did yesterday, the Christmas Decorate With Me collab with the decorating sheets. And I have a DIY at the end of that to kind of show you how we did this. I have some cotton balls placed in the little cups to kind of look like marshmallows. There's peppermint hanging out. And everything on this little cart, little tier tray, is mostly hot cocoa inspired. And here's my candy themed tree that I did this year. I also did a video where I went into detail in that, pretty much showing where I got everything from. And here's my Santa that I got at Walmart this year. And then I just placed a vintage suitcase beside him, kind of like his bag. And he is actually going to bed with his pajamas on. So I thought that was a cute addition to my dining room this year. This is the other area in my dining room. And I have I have 3 of those red vintage suitcases. One of them I placed by Santa. There's the other one on top of this cabinet, and the other one will go in my bedroom when I do my Christmas bedroom tour next week, along with Aiden's room for Christmas. So I'm gonna go up close, a little bit closer, and I just have some Reader's Digest books from an antique store, along with some little snowshoe ornaments from So we're going Walmart, to head on over into the kitchen, and I'm just going to let music play. Bottle brush trees. And that's that area there in my dining room.
Come joining us all, the feeling is here today. Come on now, let's go, caroling through the snow.
And guys, these are just those peanut butter chewies that Alden and I made on the holiday bake with the kids video that I posted up on yesterday. If you want that recipe, go back and watch my video from yesterday and it'll be linked in the description box. And guys, all of my gingerbread people, except for the house, came from Hobby Lobby. The house came from Walmart. And then we made that little ladder there. And then the rolling pin is vintage. And everything else is just Ray Dunn canisters. And then a little soap dispensers came from Dollar Tree. And the little Santa mug came from, I think, TJ Maxx. And also the peppermint mocha topper.
Hurry Christmas, hurry now. I can't wait to see what's under the Christmas
Okay, guys, so we're getting ready to head down my hallway next. Now, I apologize in advance for the lighting because it's not a lot of natural light that is able to get through in my hallway. So, starting here, this is just a basket that I purchased at Amazon several months ago. And I just tucked in this tree. And I've had that tree for several years. And I felt that looked well. These stockings came from Walmart this year. And then this picture and the hooks that are underneath it, my husband made the frame, and then I cut the letters out on my Cricut and purchased the hooks off Amazon, and that's pretty much it for this little Christmas setup there. And this is the other area in the hallway, guys. I'm trying to get this because it's a narrow area so that you can see everything. And I just have an angel here, and I've had this angel probably about 12 years because my grandmother, we all purchased this one Saturday, but it was before my grandmother passed, and she's been gone for over 10 years now. So this is my angel, and I felt that the pop of gold would go very well with like my wood, the wood area that I have here. And then there's another DIY sign that my husband and I did. And then I have a rustic lantern on the floor there. So this is very simple. I did not do much in this area. And I'm not going to tell you guys where everything came from in this room because I just did a video over it last week. But I will tell you that all the items in the tray and most of the pillows came from Target.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to.
Okay, guys, so this is what you see when you come in. We have this Elves Are Everywhere banner. And then up on his shelf, he just has some of the lights from Dollar Tree. And then I have a old, well, it's actually not an antique. It's an antique inspired. It was a music box. But it works when it gets ready to. It doesn't work all the time now, but I just thought it would still be nice to place on top of the bookshelf. And then over here, this is our little book corner on top of Alden's toy box. And it's just some different Christmas books that we've collected over the years. And then we have 2 Christmas pillows, and I think these came from Target, the Wonder Shop. Well, this one came from Target. This one over here that says have your elf a Merry Christmas. I've had it for several years, and I think it came from Kirkland's. We also have this little snow globe, and it came from Target this year. And there is it, the snow globe up close. It plays music as well. And this is the view from this side of the room. I did Alden a whimsical tree in here as well, because I feel like whimsical is so much fun for children. On his bed here, this is a duvet cover, and it's just it's a lot cheaper and more cost efficient to use a duvet cover instead of buying a comforter if you decorate every season like I do. Plus, it saves on space. So all I did was order this duvet cover, and I put his comforter inside of it. And I did the same thing for Halloween. And that gives me a way to make his room more festive for every holiday. And it's simply like storing a sheet. So he has that, and he's been in his bed. I've straightened his bed up several times, y'all. You see he has a mask up there. And then over here, these are vintage lights. I got these lights, I think, I won an online auction bid on a light, a Christmas light. And then it had quite a few vintage items in it. And then I just stuck some little elves up here. And I got these, a lady did these names for me a couple of years ago. So Alden has one. My daughter Mari has one. And then that one is Aiden's down there. Over here, the Christmas tree skirt is secondhand. I purchased it off Facebook Marketplace from someone that lives here in town. And of course, you see Tattle sitting down there. Jolly is in the tree as well. And then the tree is just chock full of elf ornaments and picks that I've collected over the years. Now, this little guy here, my daughter picked him up at Hobby Lobby this year. And then I got this one right here at Family Dollar this year. But all the rest of the items in the tree, they're from just multiple places. Like the little elf picks and the hands. It was a set that I purchased for a wreath. And then after I had used the wreath for several years and the mesh was faded, I just took the elf picks out and I stuck them in this tree. And then I do have some ornaments here that our school they used to always do Christmas pictures. And so I have some Christmas pictures from Alden and Aiden. And then I have some ornaments that they made over the years too. I think Aiden made this. So yeah, so this is kind of like our little special tree here. And it's just a Mod Podge of different items. About Alden's little dress-up nook, I just have this sign, this little elf sign that says, "This house believes." And guys, that's pretty much it for Alden's room. Stay tuned for later in the video, and I will show you this view at dark. And guys, I'm going to be showing both of our bathrooms. Both of these bathrooms are small. I've already showed Aiden's in a previous video. So I'm just going to play this to music.
Snow is about to fall. Everybody's waiting. hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh.
Okay, everyone, this concludes my 2021 Christmas home tour. I hope you guys got lots of inspiration and then you enjoyed everything that I shared with you guys. Remember to stay tuned because I will be revealing those other 2 bedrooms for Christmas sometime probably next weekend. So again, I appreciate all of my returning subscribers for coming back to show me love. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you and I hope you decide to stay. Don't forget to check out all of my friends' home tours. I can assure you that you will get lots of inspiration and you will enjoy their content too. So until the next video, guys, bye-bye.